Hey guys, this is weekend number 2 on the Redneck Wine Cellar, and I'm going to try to show you where it is. It's in my rear view right there, and it's on the side of the house. I'll get another video of that, but basically I've got to raise that whole profile up because you can't access the cellar through the house, and that would be a real benefit if we could access it through the house. It's a little bit too low because the house is on a raised foundation. And so let me turn this around. So there you can see the Redneck Wine Cellar, and the other reason why I want to raise this roof line is because I want to change the door location from where it is right now behind the air conditioner to the side over here where I'm pointing right now. So that door height is too high to be on the side, so I'm gonna have to try to raise this entire roof line up, and I don't really know what I'm doing here, so that'll be interesting. So I'm going to take off the tile and the plywood and then add in additional studs to reach the proper height, and then just try to raise everything up. So I've got my wheelbarrow here so I can throw down all the asphalt shingles that I removed. Hey guys, so we actually had a contractor leave one of these at our house, and it's specifically for roofing. And basically you push it up underneath the shingles, and it's got this little plate on the back which sticks out, and that gives you some extra leverage to pull it up. And it's got these serrated edges here so you can grab the nails and pull them up. I left this section here on just to show how it works, and this roof is not that high. It's always a concern when you're on a roof. I mean, there's safety considerations and all that, so ideally I would have some kind of harness holding me up, but I don't, and I'm just trying to do as much of it kind of either sitting down or from the ladder. So yeah, so basically just slide it up under there and then pull out the nail. And they come off. So you could start from the bottom or the top. I figure from the bottom I can get most of it from the ladder, and the top I had to actually get up here, so I'm starting from the top. So anyway, more to come.
Commentary, he's getting quite a workout.
Okay, so I got all the asphalt shingles off, and there's still like a little bit of felt and some nails that could probably be removed, but since I've got to raise this roof up higher, I'm gonna have to take off the plywood as it stands. So what I had to do here was I had to get down on the top of the stairs there, and then there's a little landing over there, and just use a sledgehammer to reach up and pop all the pieces off the nails, and then I was able to just slide it down these trusses here and off the roof. So now I've got to take care of this trim work. And so I started to pull this off, and I'm gonna have to take all these trim pieces off. And I think I'm gonna try to keep as much of these studs as possible. I mean, they're already in pretty good shape, and you can see the sledgehammer that I used. But so what I was thinking I'd do is just build a box that goes over up there out of 2x4s and just goes all the way across, and just create like a mini wall that sits on top of that wall. And yeah, and hopefully that'll be supportive enough. All right, guys. So for this part, I wanted to film up here, and I'm laying down the metal sheets, and I'm using a 3/32 inch drill bit for metal to pre-drill the holes to put in these roofing screws that have a rubber washer on them, and then I'm just using a torque driver with a socket adapter to drive those in. And this spot up here by the wall, I'm either going to have to use silicone or flashing or both, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. And I found it helpful to use this framing square thing, because sometimes if you're, after you lay the first panel, if you're not square, then the whole thing is going to be not square. So I kind of checked it here against the wood, yeah, like that. Just checked it multiple times to make sure it was square. So it may mean that it's a little bit off, further away from the wall in some places than it is others, but could be that the wall is just not 100% plumb. Who knows? With the sheets, you want everything to be square to each other. That's the big thing. So all right, I saved this last bit of flashing to show you what I'm doing, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world. I'm really just going for functionality here, and so I cut out a piece of flashing from the roll that I got, and just kind of just placing it over, taking the screwdriver with the adapter on one side, and then tightening it down after I've got both of them in, taking the silicone and putting a bead. I used the same screws that were for the roofing screws. They had the rubber washer on there. I thought that would be better, and then I'm just drawing a line with the silicone, and then just taking my fingers and just lightly spreading it out so it'll form a good seal. And I actually put that silicone on all of those metal roofing screws on the metal roofing itself, and just as an added layer of protection. And then I would change out this bit into that 3/32 inch metal drill bit. And then switch out to this bit down like that, and then I'd put the silicone dab on top of that. So hey guys, the roof is raised. Whoop, whoop. Anyway, I'm really excited about how things have turned out, and it's been a lot of fun. I learned a lot in the process, and so yeah, I'm excited about the next steps. Obviously paint, and then insulate and drywall, a new set of stairs, and access to the main house, and new electrical. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys sticking around.